Libra, welcome to your weekly forecast for, July 29th through August 4. We're going to connect and see what's coming up for you in the week ahead. As you can see, we're continuing with our summer mermaid ocean theme here with another little mermaid deck. We're going to see what's coming up the week ahead. We've got the new moon on Wednesday. We're going to see how that's affecting you, if at all. And at the end, I'm going to pull a money affirmation message for you from a different deck. Some of the people on the private readings this past week have been asking me when I'm going to do the money deck again. So you asked for it and you're getting it. All right, let's see. Monday, Tuesday for Libra. Oh, okay. Well, you had this card fall out, so I guess that's your Monday, Tuesday. Your Wednesday, Thursday. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay, my darlings, let's get right into it. Your Monday, Tuesday is 5 of Cups. Libra, you have some sadness about something, okay? And I just heard the word regret. So you have some kind of a regret. Sometimes with 5 of Cups, it's like you're disappointed in the way things turned out. But in this instance, Libra, very similar to the Leo energy, I feel like you're concerned or you're worried that you may have messed something up. And the message here for you is that all that's meant to be will work out. So don't be too hard on yourself. And when 5 of Cups comes up, sometimes it could be a caution that these feelings are so overwhelming, you may be very tempted to run away from them in some way. In a way where like you're numbing yourself. And so Spirit is asking you instead to try to find an outlet in which you can express them. So instead of like trying to numb them or push them down, try to find a way to kind of let them out. If you can find a creative outlet, that can be helpful. I do feel though in this time, Monday, Tuesday, a lot of you are going to find like an unlikely friend, like somebody that you didn't think was going to be there for you is going to show up and be there for you. So in that way, there's some kind of a blessing here, and it's you also opening up to receiving, you opening up to like the heart chakra, opening up to being loved, opening up to being supported. Libra, I feel like some of you are breaking out of a long cycle of feeling like your feelings don't matter. It almost feels to me like you had so much pushed down and now it's just kind of coming to the surface. And so there could be just this feeling of overwhelmed by these emotions. You all are an air sign, so you're very logical. You're very much about the cerebral, like philosophy, all that good stuff. But Libra, you have a very interesting dynamic to you. And I've said this in other videos, I adore Libras. I love Libras. And you guys have like this almost like you could almost pass for a water sign in that you do have depth of emotion. You're very special in that way because you have this really great balance of the emotional side of things and the intellect and the philosophy. So these two things together, you can make yourself crazy. You really can, because you feel a lot and then you overthink and then you feel, and then like it can be difficult. But keep in mind that you're just kind of letting yourself begin to feel again. And I think what's triggering it is the fact that we are having this new moon on Wednesday, and the energy with the new moon on Wednesday is kind of waking people up to their impulses. Like just the things they've been longing to do, the things that they haven't had a chance to do. I just heard bucket list. Like some of you, like this is intense, Libra. Like you're not just all like, oh, I've always wanted to try pottery, or oh, I've always wanted to do stand-up comedy. You're like thinking about like big things. Like this is what I want to do before I leave this earth. Like you're thinking about like bucket list kind of stuff. Like you're having this very intense feeling of like wanting to experience life, wanting to accomplish certain things, and you have really big emotions right now coming into this week. I feel that these things that you're feeling guided to do are gonna be a big process of your release. I don't know, I'm just getting this feeling of this sense of, like I said, like bucket list. And that's not to say that something bad is going to happen. I just think you're living life in that way where you're just telling yourself that, you know what, life is short and I'm going to live as if, I don't know how many days I have left. And you're going and you're experiencing things. I do feel that many of you are coming into very passionate energy, very just kind of like, um, gosh, I can't use profanity on YouTube because of the monetization thing, but I'm hearing like I'm hearing profanity, but like just no fucks given. Like that's like what I'm getting, or that's what I'm feeling. So I don't know. Some YouTubers say that word and it doesn't seem to make an issue. So I don't know what I can or can't say. I'm still not very clear on that. But that's what I heard, and my rule is if I hear it, I'm gonna say it. And maybe some of you needed to hear that. Maybe for some of you that really resonates, or you've been longing to be that way, or you're coming to this energy of releasing like the need to fulfill everybody else's expectations. And so you're just coming into this approach of like the here and now, and just experiencing, allowing yourself to experience life. Your Wednesday, Thursday, Libra, is Two of Wands. So this is choices and decisions. This could be weighing different options and choosing what you want to do. I kind of get a sense or a feeling looking at this card, looking at the picture. It's like that saying where there's smoke, there's fire, right? Like I obviously immediately thought of that. Some of you are seeing a vision of something that's going to be birthed. Keep in mind, this is the midweek. This is the time of the new moon with the height of that impulsive energy. Some of you are going to be releasing a lot of anger, but you're doing it in a very controlled and determined way. You're doing it in a way that is going to create. So let me explain. Because this new moon energy is waking up a lot of our impulses, some people are gonna be feeling irritable. They're gonna be feeling cranky, moody, angry. They're gonna maybe get upset easily. And I saw that a lot for like the fire signs, because fire signs in general already seem to be very like driven and very motivated. So now, some of you may, Libra, have fire in your moon or in your rising. Not necessarily, but you might be in this energy where you feel frustrated by everything you're wanting to do. Some of you, again, are like just looking back at the past, and you're feeling ways in which you think you wasted time, or people blocked you, or like the things that you used to believe, like it's upsetting you. You're feeling like you lost time. So you're very driven. You're very angry. You're motivated for change. You're taking all of the anger and all of the rage, and you're channeling it into building something. Okay, and it could be a creative project for many of you, but for some of you, I feel this is like a personal goal, like running a marathon, or like going and running with the bulls, or just something that you just feel like it's very liberating to you in some way, or it's symbolic for you in some way, like some kind of a pilgrimage almost, or just some kind of like a big goal where you're proving yourself, where you're pushing yourself to some limit, challenging yourself, and it's serving as a release and as a strength for you. For many of you, it can be something a little bit more simpler, like, setting a goal in like a job goal, or starting a business, or creating some kind of organization or project, or something creative that you're putting out. But whatever it is, it feels to me like it's something that is giving you a chance to prove yourself to yourself, and to do something that you're feeling guided and led to do. You're channeling your anger and your rage into something productive. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday card is the High Priestess. Now, those of you who watch my videos, you know how much I adore the High Priestess. You know how I talk about her. You know how I say that she's very magnetic. She's very intuitive. She's very confident. People love to be near her. But the creator of this deck, it's very interesting. I specifically went and looked at the book because I was like, wow, this High Priestess looks kind of menacing. Like, if you look at her, she does look kind of menacing. So I was like, what in the heck? And I looked in the book, and for whatever reason, the creator of this deck has given her High Priestess like this Little Mermaid Ursula kind of like vibe of like this vengeful sea witch. Like, you better, be careful with her, and you better, be careful, what you do, and you better like pay her, or, like whatever. And I even think there was the term, if I remember correctly, like paying the piper, right? So Libra, we already know you're frustrated about some things. We already know that you feel some anger and you're wanting to bring about change in your life. So some of you could be like how the creator of this deck has the High Priestess, where you are demanding something, you are demanding payment for something, whether it be monetary payment, whether it be something energetic, whether it be people stepping up and supporting you or getting out of the way. There could just be this thing where you are really ready to do your thing and you expect to be compensated for it. Some of you could be, a lot of creative people struggle with this. Spiritual people struggle with this. People who either, like, say, you want to be an energy healer, or you want to be a tarot reader, or you want to be an artist, or you want to do something in that way. Sometimes those of us who are drawn to that kind of field, we struggle with payment, right? And there could be people in our life that they take advantage of that. Like, they want us to do it as a friend, or they want us to do it as a favor, or, oh, but you're having fun anyway, it's not really work, so I shouldn't have to pay you. Like, some people can be very belittling in that way. So Libra, some of you may have been stuck in that process where maybe you've been trying to get a business going, or you've been trying to do something more creative, and maybe you've been just around people who haven't been compensating you fairly. But this is like the end of the week, like you're setting your price. And maybe it's not about work. Maybe for some of you, it's just about friendships and relationships and support, where you're like, look, like, I'm not a greedy person, but I can't be giving all the time. So if you're going to be in my life, like, what are you bringing to my life? You might not flat out say that to people, but you're kind of beginning to look at it in that way. What is this person bringing? How is this person compensating me from the benefit they're receiving from me? So for some of you, it's not necessarily monetary or business. It could just be the exchange in your relationships. But you're just coming into this worthiness and just this demand to receive what you deserve to receive. With that, we're going to go ahead and take a look here at your money affirmation for the week ahead. Some of you on the private readings have been asking me when I'm going to do the money deck again. So here it is. Oh, wow. This card, did this somersault flipping out of the deck. I wish you could have seen that. This card is screaming to come talk to you, Libra. And it is opportunity. How beautiful is that? You're receiving confirmation that an opportunity is approaching. Something big is coming your way. As always, I encourage you to take a screenshot of the card, or pause and really look at it and see what pictures and images and things are coming out, jumping out at you, and what they tell you. This is a great way of being able to connect with your own intuition and take general YouTube online readings and make them a little bit more personal to yourself. I'm going to decode some of it in my way, what I see. You can decode it in your way and what you see, and see what jumps out to you. But the kids are jumping out to me, so this is a sense of playfulness. This is a sense of happiness. This is a sense of good things happening. Okay, this is a sense of finding a way to bring more joy, because those children or those little cherubs are making me think of you're finding abundance through your play. You're finding abundance through the things that bring you joy and happiness. That butterfly is jumping out at me, so the butterfly to me is like transformation, change, you know, a new life, and like effortlessness. You know, you think about it, the way the butterfly just kind of flutters about. It's very free, it's very light, it doesn't have a whole lot of burdens, you know, it doesn't seem like, we don't associate it with like a heavy energy. So to me, it feels like this carefree, light, happy, fluttering about from one thing to another kind of energy. So that even makes me feel like it's not opportunity, it's opportunities, you know? Think about how a butterfly can just kind of like flutter from one thing to another. So I feel like there could be, you know, plural here, opportunities coming your way. And those are just some of the things that have jumped out at me. You can see what jumps out at you. We're going to go ahead and turn the card over and look at the affirmation. And your affirmation is, I am always ready to take advantage of opportunities presented to me. Okay, so this is going to be a good affirmation to do every morning when you wake up, very first thing, and every night before you go to sleep, the very last thing, because that's when your brain is switching gears or going into like the next mode. And if you can plant that seed at that time, it's going to take root. You know, I would encourage you to do it for at least a week. If you want to do it longer, by all means, go ahead. If you want to make it a little mantra and say it to yourself throughout the day, you can do that as well. And as always, guys, I really encourage you to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos too, because some weeks they may resonate more. They could like just make the readings feel a little bit more personal because of your specific energies. And you might like the affirmations in your moon sign and rising sign videos as well. Some of you are like, okay, yeah, but what about my love life? This was great, but what about my love life? I do all of the love readings separately on my channel because sometimes we get so caught up in love we forget about ourselves, and I don't want that to happen to you. So this was a video about you, but you can definitely look in the description and click on the link for the love readings. All of the August love readings are up, ready for you to watch. And you may need a private reading, for which you can click on the Calendly link and you can schedule with me. If you would like to schedule a private reading, I'm more than happy to read for you, my dears. I thank you so very much for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Have a fabulous week.